Hey guys, happy Saturday. It's Tiffany. Today we're going to make two different kinds of kebabs on our grill. We're going to make my chicken, bacon, barbecue kebabs. For this, you're going to need one full package of chicken, the big packages that have, I don't know, 6 or 8 chicken breasts in it, and about 2 pounds of bacon. We're going to cut the bacon into squares about 1.5 inches or so thick. The beef we have today is actually cubed meat for stew. It's what my boys picked up at the store. I told them that whatever they got, I would cook on the grill. We have some orange peppers, yellow peppers, red peppers, and 2 onions. You can grab whatever barbecue sauce that you like. For me, it's a sweet with a little bit of heat. And we marinated our beef in soy sauce, Worcester sour sauce, garlic powder, and onion powder overnight. We used a little less than half a jar of our barbecue sauce for our chicken. Marinated that overnight. I make kebabs frequently, so I purchased these metal kebabs. You can also use the wooden ones as well. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start off by cutting our peppers and then our onion and set them aside. We will be starting with the preparation of the chicken and bacon kebabs first. I just want to go ahead and get all of the veggies cut. Make sure that you wash them. These have already been washed. So we're just going to cut them. Take out our seeds. About 1 inch is good. We're going to do this with all of them. So I have 2 of each color. I think one of each color is going to be fine. We'll play by ear. And just, remember to go through and get the veins. Or leave them, totally up to you. For the chicken ones, you don't really necessarily have to marinate your chicken overnight. I think it just gives them more flavor and keeps them from drying out. That's just my preference. I don't marinate them overnight all the time. Sometimes I just marinate them while I'm prepping everything else, like cutting up the bacon, and then I just let them sit for a little bit. All you really need is about 15-20 minutes. They're good. You don't really want to overdo more than 24 hours. I prepared the marinade for both the beef and the chicken around 7 p.m. last night. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon now. I probably won't be eating any beef kebabs because I don't really care for any of these colored peppers. I prefer the green ones. But again, I told my boys, whatever you buy, I'll cook. This was supposed to actually be for 4th of July. But they decided they wanted steak. So I showed them how to cook steak on a charcoal grill. So I think this may be enough. We're going to go ahead and cut all of them just in case. If it's too much, I will use the rest of it later this week in something. If I remember. Hopefully I remember. Yes, I had to teach my sons how to use the charcoal grill for steaks because my oldest has only ever cooked on a gas grill. So 4th of July was a learning curve, learning experience, what have you, for them. And they turned out perfect. We had 4 well-done steaks, 2 medium, and 2 medium well, or medium rare, sorry. And they all came out perfect. Been seeing a lot of those videos lately on Facebook about fake meats and fruits and vegetables. They seem to baffle me. I haven't come across any myself, thank goodness. Let me know in the comments if you have and what you think about those videos. I find it a little skeptical. I think it's a scare tactic maybe. But that's just me because I haven't come across that issue where I live. So let me know what you think about that. And yeah, I buy all my food comes from my local grocer. Again, I go to either Walmart, Kroger, or Meijer. Most of my grocery shopping does come from Meijer. Just because it's more convenient, and my Kroger seems to always be a little crowded. The parking lot's extremely congested. And it's a nice little drive to the only Walmart that I'll go into. Is the one that's actually not too far from my house. And it's always congested, packed, with their overflow. I get anxiety just going into the parking lot. So it's about probably a good little 20 minutes to the only Walmart that I will go into. And they actually just remodeled that one, so it doesn't even give off the feel that you're in a Walmart, so it's really nice. They said that they were in the process of remodeling all of them, so hopefully that will be better. But I'll probably continue to go to that Walmart because not only is the atmosphere different, but the people that work there are more customer focused, more friendly. And that's where I want to spend my money. I don't like to spend my money at places where I'm disrespected or people don't want to help you. Just going to get these seeds off of here. And we're going to go throw our insides away, and then we'll come back and do our onion. You can use any kind of onion you want for this, red, white, or I guess it's purple. Yellow onions are okay for this too. I think they just give a different flavor. Red or purple seem to be my favorite for this, but again, do your preference or whatever you have in your home. And if you don't have marinades, you can make your own marinades for your beef. That's what I did. I just looked up on Google and found a marinade. And it was all ingredients that I already had in my home. We're just going to cut the onion in half and then cut that in half. And then cut that in threes. And then we'll cut this whole onion. Whatever's not used will definitely be used within a couple days. And that is a very strong onion. You can also run your onion under cold water. It's supposed to help with the smell so you don't get the runny eyes. I always seem to forget to do that. So we're just gonna cry. Okay, and for preparing the barbecue, you're gonna want to lay down some paper towel or a kitchen towel that you're not worried about getting stained up. I've got that. It just makes for easier cleanup. I don't have to worry about any barbecue sauce sticking to my countertop. You're going to get you a baking sheet, set it next to you. Mine sits on top of my stove. And grab our chicken and our bacon back out of the fridge. For this, I use scissors to cut my bacon. Do put the cutting board back down just because it's, I don't know. There's no reason or rhyme, I guess, to sit my bacon on after I cut it. And no, these aren't like kitchen shears. They're just scissors that I bought at Lowe's because my kitchen shears just keep disappearing. So we're just going to take the whole slab of bacon, and again we're going to cut about an inch. I'm going to do that all the way across. I'm not going to cut the other package of bacon until I need it. Because I may not need it. It just depends. I can't remember for one package of chicken if I needed 2 whole packages of bacon or if I needed 1. 2. ahead and wash our scissors and our hands. Okay. So we have our bacon. We have our chicken. We will go ahead and give our chicken a stir, just because it's sitting in the chicken juices and the barbecue. Now, do you have to marinate your chicken at all? Absolutely not. You can do this without marinated chicken, and just brush your barbecue sauce on your kebabs. It's totally up to you. We're going to take our skewer. If you use these metal ones, they are very sharp. I've cut myself multiple times with these, so just be very careful, mindful that they are very sharp. But if you're a person like me that makes kebabs all the time, they are so much better than the wooden ones, at least for me. No matter what I do, soak them, they always burn and splinter. So I just thought these would be a nice little investment. So for me, I do about five, maybe 6 pieces of chicken. Cut your chicken to your thickness. Mine are about 1 inch by 1 inch. Are all of them 1 inch by 1 inch? Absolutely not. It was 7:30 last night because I kept procrastinating. I try to save the lower pieces for the ones on the top. So this one we have 5. I think we're going to go ahead and just do 6 today. So it'll be 5 pieces of bacon and 6 pieces of chicken. Just because I know we have the beef kebabs to do. I do have some wooden skewers that if I need to use them, I have them. So yeah, we'll do a couple more of these with you guys, and then we'll come back once we start the beef ones. I think before I start the beef ones, I will go ahead and start my charcoal. That way, by the time I get done with the beef, my charcoal's ready to throw the chicken. I do start with the chicken just because it takes longer to cook. Not really cooking much else. I have some salad that we'll probably have with it, and then I don't know, maybe some mashed potatoes or something. I don't feel like cooking corn on the cob or anything like that. We just had corn on 4th of July. So, you know, that was just 2 days ago, so. And it's okay if all your barbecue sauce or all your bacon gets some sort of barbecue sauce on it. It's okay. It's gonna get barbecue slathered on it on the grill. All right. Okay, so we'll do this one, and then we'll come back when we're doing the beef kebabs. I think you guys get the gist of this. Now, I think if you do the wooden kebabs, it's about what you can fit on there. It's 6 pieces of meat. One thing I like about these is I can put these on the grill and they hang out, and they can hang out enough to where the ends do not get hot, so I don't necessarily need like an oven mitt or anything, depending on how I arrange them. My grill has seen better days. I'm missing a whole grate, so it makes it a little bit more puzzle-like to fit them on the grill. We are getting a new grill at some point, probably at the end of the season when they go on clearance. And so I have 3. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this, okay? So they should have about 1.5 inches on either end for cooking. That way, if you put them further down towards the point, they do tend to like burn more. Just what I've noticed. All right, guys, so we're back. We've got our chicken kebabs done. We got about 13 of those done. Normally I do just all chicken. I don't typically do both chicken and beef, but today we're going to do both. So we'll probably, I don't know, get probably 8 out of the beef kebabs. I'm not for sure. It's been a while since I've made the beef kebabs, so we're gonna go ahead and start. Again, these were pre-cut slices. They're probably about 1 inch by 1/2 inch. I did cut the peppers a little bit wider just because those are going to shrink. I think for these, we're just going to go ahead and do a piece of beef and then 1 of each color pepper, followed by an onion. And normally when I make these, I use green peppers and onions, so it's just a piece of beef followed by the peppers. And I normally get like cherry tomatoes, stick those at the end. But again, I told my boys, buy whatever and I will make it for them. So here Mom is making beef kebabs. And I really don't, nope, that's not gonna work. I guess we'll just do, we'll alternate the colors. So we'll do a pepper, a piece of beef, a pepper, an onion. We'll just alternate the colors. Yes, I took them off. I'm still using the ones that I stuck on there, so it's not contaminating anything. So that looks a little bit better. Okay. See how many pieces we can get on here. I like to end with a piece of meat just so it holds the vegetables on better. So we'll just try to find like a smaller piece of meat if we can. So we've got 5 pieces of meat. 2 yellow, 1 orange, and 1 red. So that looks pretty promising. I don't think we'll have to break into the wooden kebabs. I think we'll be okay. I am pulling from 1 corner of my vegetables. So when I need to get into more, I'll use my other hand. I found a little thin piece, so we're just gonna smush that on there with another one. You can spray these with Pam so the food doesn't stick on there. I've never really had issues with my food sticking on my kebabs. So that is optional, totally up to you. We're gonna try to place these where we have 1 with 2 of each color. And then another, ouch. So your beef ones should look about like that, and you should have about like that on the chicken. That's just the juice and the barbecue sauce. Don't worry about that. We're gonna wash that pan once we get that off of there. For this, you really do want to wash as you go. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, finish up making these beef kebabs and go get my charcoal ready and get these thrown on the grill. So I'll see you back here in just a little while. All right, guys, so we're back. We're outside. We're at the grill. So our charcoal is about 50-50 from the looks of it. Before anyone comes gets me, yes, I normally do indirect heat. However, for these, since my grill only has the 3 grates, I have decided to put charcoal all the way down so that way I don't have to remember which ones have went over the direct heat and which ones haven't. I'm just going to have to watch them a little closer. You do you. It's totally up to you. All right, guys, so we were able to get all 13 kebabs on. Again, they're doing the staggering effect. Each handle, though, is sticking outside. Now, when I go to flip these over in probably about 10-15 minutes, I will have to use a glove to flip the ones that are closer to the grill. The ones that stick further out should not. Yes, so we will go ahead and close our lid and adjust our vents so that way they can get cooking. And we'll be back. Okay, so we've got a nice coat of barbecue on the top, and now we're going to go ahead and flip these over. Oh, they're not too hot, so we can go ahead and flip them over. So just by turning, you don't have to lift them up. You do want some bark. We'll go ahead and move these. We'll move some of these over towards the other end. It's seeming to not be as hot over there. I think that one's crispy. We'll just go ahead and move. We'll go ahead and move the ones that are a little darker down towards this end. It seems to not be as hot. That's a little too much bark, but somebody will eat it. My boys aren't picky. Go ahead and move them down a little bit too. So all we're doing is we're just rotating towards the not hotter end, towards the hotter end, and just moving down. All right. And since they're already getting crispy, we'll go ahead and check them about every 5 minutes or so. All right, guys, so I seen what my mistake was there. I had glanced at the thermometer on my grill earlier, and I thought it was between 300 and 400, right around 350. Looks like it's just over 400 at about 420, 410. So I went ahead, closed my vents up some, bring that temperature down. Just remember, be mindful of your temperature. 350 is about the max that you want. So we're gonna keep a really good close eye on these. All right, everyone, so my bacon barbecue kebabs are just about done. Now, most of all the black is barbecue sauce, except for on those first ones that you saw earlier. But then again, that was also barbecue sauce. Remember, I did marinate them in that overnight. And they went ahead and cooked a little faster than they should have due to the temperature of my grill. I have went ahead and turned them several times, probably about 5-6 times since last. And I went ahead and just kept my lid open. The temperature just wasn't coming down fast enough for me. I also probably have more charcoal than needed in here, but I am also doing beef kebabs as well. And I normally have help or assistance with getting things in and out of the house. I don't have that today. So stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and go inside, grab our tray, pull these off, and pull the beef ones on. Alright, so now we're back. We have our beef and veggie kebabs on. Since the grill's just too hot, I'm going to go ahead and continue cooking these with the lid open. Should take probably about 15-20 minutes for these to fully cook through. Maybe a little longer, at most maybe 40. So while we just got these on, we're going to run our tray in, clean it, so it's ready for us to bring back out when these are done cooking. I did go ahead and hit them both sides with a little bit of canola oil spray as well, to try to help avoid anything from sticking. I did scrape the grill before I put these on, so anything that was left over stuck from the barbecue chicken ones is down in the bottom of the grill. Okay, so we've already flipped these once, about 10 minutes in. We're gonna go ahead and flip them again. Seems to feel like my temperature is starting to come down a little bit more for these, so that's good. They're not gonna be overcooked. Shouldn't be too tough. Again, it's stew meat. I've made these with stew meat because I was lazy before and didn't want to cut my meat. As long as you marinate it, it should come out all right. I did pick the pieces that had a bunch of fat in them out, so they didn't go on here. So we're going to go ahead and just close this for about 5 minutes to get this to the temperature that I want, and then go ahead and take them out. Again, for the chicken, you want to make sure that that is an internal temperature of at least 165 degrees. If you have a temperature gauge or meat thermometer, you can go ahead and check that with those, or you can just cut off a piece. When I took them in, I did pull off a piece and check to make sure that there was no pink. You can also poke it, and if you have clear fluids come out, then it's done. So those are just a little bit of ways to know how to do that. There will be a temperature guide in the video that I got off of Google, just as a reference as well for your beef and your chicken. Okay guys, so I ran in and grabbed my meat thermometer just so I could check the temperature of this meat. I did find probably the thickest piece, or one of the biggest pieces, to check. It is about medium well. It's reading 156. I do have it set up beef well done, which would be 170 degrees. So we're good to go ahead and take these off. They will cook a little bit more as they sit. So we're good to go there. Tell me what you think in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. If you try this, let me know how you thought about it. Again, I use a sweet and heat barbecue sauce for my chicken. And again, the marinade was Worcestershire sour, soy sauce, garlic powder, and onion powder. Just a quick recipe I looked up last night on Google. Let me know what you think. Until the next time, enjoy.